Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Bright on my hands is Magic number 24. I believe this is the penultimate chapter of the current arc. It's written by Douek and MacKay, illustrated by Roberta, Ingranata, and Giorgio, Spalletta, colored by Franesco, Segala, and with assistance from Gloria, Martinelli, lettered by Ed Dukeshire. Alright, so how do I say this? I'm trying to really... I think this arc generally has interesting ideas, but overall kind of feels a little bit haphazard and messy. It is not quite as smooth and coming together like as the previous arcs of the series, which follows Magic the Gathering, the popular card game. I think part of that has to do with the fact that this one feels like it dives a bit deeper into the Magic lore, so unless you're really tied into some of the characters, especially the main bad guy, it's not really going to, I think, click with you as much as some of the other arcs were, which were, I think, much straightforward and were kind of like other genres, other stories with a Magic setting. So Nico Bolas, or whatever, Nico Bolas, is clearly the bad guy and manipulating everything and behind a lot of what's going on. And here we kind of get the various Planeswalkers coming together finally to go and take care of the bad guy. I think part of the issue here is it all happens very quickly. Like, everything kind of comes together and it's just like, yep, you got to go here. Which, it can be okay, but it just feels really quick and kind of like, you know, the clue is very clearly given to them. And it's almost stated of like, hey, you know, I'm going to tell you what to do. So I think that's part of the issue with the arc is, you know, it's a little rushed in some places, slow in other places. It's taken a while for everything to kind of come together. It has a bit too much into, I think, the Magic background and history. And the fact that the funniest is, like, I actually think this is the first arc that also is negatively impacted by the fact that it's serialized. I actually think the story arc would be much stronger as a graphic novel or as a trade and read in one sitting as opposed to monthly issues. The way it's paced and I think the way things go on, it would just be much better that way, and probably come off a little bit more entertaining. So to me, this is the weakest arc so far, and I think I've stated that before. There's been a couple issues here and there, but overall it's kind of eh. I actually think some of the story, hopefully the next arc or whatever comes next, is a bit actually dialed back in some ways, and not quite as, you know, end of the universe focus. The art is good as usual. We have two artists. The styles do differ. I actually like one over the other, but I'm not going to tell you which. But yeah, I mean, it is a noticeable difference in styles, which I think is interesting. I mean, there's some cool visuals. Like, I think this one, the visuals are way stronger than the actual story, and there's some actually pretty cool looking moments. But overall, like, to me, it's not quite as the strongest of the story arcs. Like others, there's so many threads that are kind of coming together, so many characters. I think it kind of works against the story a little bit, and definitely the serialized nature of it is not helping at all. So overall, but if you're interested, you know, if you're come this far with the story, you can go get this now. It's out in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you. And speaking of support, just watching our videos support us, so thank you for that. If you're into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out today at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, and Mastodon, all graphic policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.